Kyle, it was always going to be a tough task coming here this afternoon. 10 tries conceded, Gebby getting over for that last one towards the end, only coming with 15 players. You've described some of these tasks already as mission improbable. It was probably going to be mission impossible this afternoon.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think we already, we knew what we were coming up against, and then we had we had two guys drop out. Obviously, Ryan King really, he shouldn't have really played last week, and Perry wasn't feeling too great either. So a bit of illness there. So we rolled into this with 15, and they are a Super League side ready. I've said it before. The club, you've only got to look around where we are standing in. The coaching staff that they've got, the playing group that they've got, and the owner that they've got, really does just separate them. There have been a different class, and they're in their own league within this league. And it was great to see them and give them a guard of honour today for their efforts this season. But as well as them on the field, I also want to pay credit to them off the field what Matt Ellis has done. And for us as a club, in our hour of need, didn't really have to do that. And he's been able to generate some ticket money and some donation money today that's probably going to tie us through to the end of the year. So it's a real plus for Whitehaven Rugby League. But I don't really want to be waxed lyrical about our situation in that. I want to more focus on applauding Wakefield for what they've done, and it allows us probably to finish the season now. With what we've got really, which is 15 players. So we'll go again, Cumbrian Derby. If there's ever a game to roll into, it's that. Said to you before, when we beat Dewsbury, it bought us time, but we've run out of time now. Results of against our cause, if you like, today, with Swinton having a great win over Featherstone. So we are now in a position where this is it. We need all our supporters there. On a Sunday afternoon, get on the train, get down there, show us some love, and in return we'll try and give you the best 80 minutes that we can. And that's my job this week, is to try and make the players understand what it means to be in this game. And I go up against an old mate of mine in Cresta Carreri, who will no doubt be doing exactly the same for his troops. And where we both sit, it's a big game, this one coming up.
It certainly is. Before we look ahead to that one shortly, I just wanted to go back to the performance. Opening 20 minutes, Wakefield dominated, but that opening 20 minutes, your defence stood up, and it was just after that, in around that 20th minute where conceded the first try. I think you'd have been disappointed to concede 3 tries in that final 7.5 minutes, which just took the scoreline out from 12 to 30.
Yeah, it did. It kind of took the gloss off what I was going to say to the lads, because I thought their efforts, their application, their desire to want to work for each other was there. Again, a spirited, opening quarter, 25 minutes, but unfortunately in this game it's 40 minutes long before you get a breather, and their class, their quality and their power and speed was just able to go bang, 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 and we couldn't cope. Those 3 tries or 4 tries, I think it was in the last 10 minutes just took the sting out of it. We were 30-0 down, and I thought we got a bit of a similar kind of theme in the second half, where we worked hard for one another, but again, we were up against a Super League side with full complement. It's not an excuse, it's fact, and we were beaten by a better team, and I just thought it was really nice for our lads, and actually the whole stadium cheered when Gebby got over. Yeah. I think that's more of a cheer out of respect how hard the players were working in the game and about the situation that we're in as well. So that was nice, but there is positives in there, but there's also stuff that we need to fix up. But again, you want to talk about this week, and this is done for me. I want to talk about next week, and the players now know that we've run out of time. There's no more time now. We have to start winning, and we have to start performing. The lucky part for us is that we're going to be playing those teams that are physically, mentally, exactly where we are. However, I think our lads have gone through a little bit more adversity, so I'm going to use as much as I can out of that to make sure these players can get up for this game on the weekend. And we're all in this together. We win together, we lose together, and I'm just looking forward to that now, actually.
You mentioned you want to talk about next week. Let's do it then, Kyle. Obviously, Barrow down at Craven Park. You mentioned going up against a good friend of yours in Paul Crady. Obviously, yep. I'm sure he was one of the first you reached out to about the testimonial game you had last year as well. You've developed a good relationship with Cresta. That is I mean, you've already remarked in another interview that could be again the biggest game in the club's history.
I think it's the biggest game for both those. Well, I think Barrow need that win. I think with what they've come up against. I mean, it's not over till it's over, right? But you know, you look at the probability of things, and you know, you'd have to say that it's all on. You know, and that's it. You know. I'm actually feeling myself getting excited for it, which is a good thing. You know, it's been very difficult to get excited about these last 2 weeks because I knew what we were up against, and Barrow are playing better than you know. I actually think they're a little bit better than where their position sits in the table, but I also think that our efforts over the last couple of weeks, you know, are building towards, you know, a win for us, and I just hope that that's next week. But we'll you know, we'll enjoy the bus here and then we'll get ready for that one.
You've mentioned already how important the fans is going to be, and I'm just going to make a little note on that. Unfortunately, the trains are off next week, so if you do want to go, message maybe Sean Drinkwater or something like who, obviously the official supporters page. The trains are off down to Barrow next week.
Even the trains are against us.
But yeah, no, obviously, but how important is it that as many as the Chocolate and Gold Army get down there next week? Because it is, as you mentioned, it's a huge game.
Oh, look, and again, like Barrow are going to make it as uncomfortable. I know Crest, you're going to make it as uncomfortable as they possibly can for us. And we're going to need everything that we can. But, you know, ultimately, we're going to need everything from the lads that take to the field. Now, whether that's 17, whether it's 15, whether it's 13, I don't know yet. Do you know what I mean? But I've got a group in there that are so spirited and so together when they've got every excuse not to be. That's what gives me hope, and you know we'll get ready for a big week.